Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Storyteller interview. I am so happy today to be talking to Elif Barut. Hi, Elif. How are you?
Hi, Brune. I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I am in Toronto, where I met you, and you are now in Istanbul.
Yeah,
You
back home
back
for a
home.
few months.
Yeah. So we met at a storytelling show, a wonderful storytelling show, which everyone can now watch online. It's called True Stories Told Live, produced and hosted by Marsha Shander. And you told a wonderful story. So I'm happy to have you on the show this Sunday on Bodies of Stories on the theme of dance. So it's on Sunday, November 8th at 1 p.m. Eastern. And we also talked this year after the lockdown happened, because you got interested in producing your own storytelling show. So tell us about that. Why did you want to do that?
Yeah, well, first of all, Brune, I knew you before Marsha's show, actually. I started being interested in storytelling by watching Marsha's shows, actually.
Yeah.
And way before that, I met the storytellers of Toronto, actually. Then I came across Marsha. And then all of a sudden, you just appeared online and you started doing those online shows. And before I met you at Marsha's show, I was already following you.
Ah,
And
okay.
it's interesting because, those shows being able to be done on online, it was such an interesting thing for me. And yeah, after that, I had signed up for Marsha's show 2 years ago,
Oh,
actually.
no way. Okay.
I waited for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then I came across you. And then I had this idea, actually, you inspired me. If those shows could be done online, well, then I could do something also online. And I started. You and Marsha, actually, and Sage, I should admit. You are my top three in that true storytelling shows. And I attended your free online, how do you say? Oh, I'm in Turkey and I
A
already forgot.
training.
Yes,
Yeah.
training. You were doing those free trainings online, and that really helped me a lot
Right.
to gather the courage. And I started doing my own show in Turkish.
Yeah. That's so great. So yeah, I was doing free trainings for producers who had a show. So let me back up for people who don't know the story. I started my show online in January before the lockdown, to give access to true life storytelling to more people than just the people who live in cities where there are shows. And so it started as a monthly show on Zoom, it being international. And then when the lockdown happened, I reached out to as many producers of existing shows as I could, to let them know that there was a way to keep the show going, and I could help them. So that's why I did the trainings. And so you tuned in, and you started your own storytelling show in Turkish, which is uh, very interesting to me, because I always wonder about the cultural aspect of live storytelling. I come from France, where we don't have storytelling shows. I believe there are no true storytelling shows in Turkey, or yeah, same.
Yeah, there's actually nothing online. There is traditional storytelling, which has become very
Right.
popular those last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But the real life stories, as far as I know, there's only one show, but they are not doing much online nowadays. So
Mm.
it's a great thing to be able to reach many people from where you are just sitting, and there's a lot to tell in the world. So
Yeah. So you tell us about your first show. How did people react in Turkey when you said, well, I'm doing this thing and I want your stories?
Well, actually, it was me. I was in Toronto at that time,
Yeah.
and all my storyteller friends were doing some shows for food banks and for donation purposes. This is what gave me the first push. And so I gathered together all my friends in Toronto from whom I loved listening to stories. So I mean, I did not reach too much Turkey at that
Right.
time.
Okay.
Because
Gotcha.
there is a time difference also. Of course, people who know me, they join that
Mm.
session. But now that I'm in Turkey now, I think I could, and actually, I haven't done a lot lately
Yeah.
because of that moving thing, because I
Yeah.
moved from to
Life
Istanbul.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah, it happened. So I will be doing one actually soon, I guess. I started preparing it.
Yeah.
So within 2 months, I think. I'm not Brune. I wish I could be. So yeah, I can only do one in 2 months, I think.
Yeah.
So
No, you want time. It's definitely work and you want time to prepare and do it right. And you don't want to rush into anything that's going to be like um, half
it's
done.
quite a big work actually, if you know it well.
Yeah. So tell me that first show you did with your friends and what are some reactions that you get from the audience?
Well, I am used to attending those shows, and I was used to attending those shows in Toronto live. But my friends, they weren't. So it was really a big thing for them.
Yeah.
They were first. I had difficulty in explaining them, so I kept on sending them your links. This is something like this. So it was a really different and nice experience for all of them. But on my first show, I couldn't. I was not good about timing the stories. So the
Okay.
last story was a bit long. So
Yeah,
at each show, you learn something. But
definitely.
the audience, I think, well, they were my friends mainly, so they liked it. And we all had fun. The theme was the good things that we usually do, but we don't think that we are doing them. So
Mm, that's a great
uh,
theme.
um, it was quite nice. And we
Yeah.
really raised quite a sum for the donation food banks.
Yeah.
That was really a nice feeling,
Mm-hmm.
both the
And
show and after that and the preparation. I loved it.
yeah, I'm so glad you're doing it again. And so did you workshop the stories beforehand or how was the process?
I actually, I'm really, I follow you, you know that. So I asked them their stories, first written stories, and then we worked through those stories on Zoom together. So I write stories. So because of that, I know how to structure a story. So
Mm-hmm.
I try to guide them
Mm-hmm.
because they had never seen a live show. And then they recorded their stories and they sent them back to me. That's
Mm.
how we work. But, although they had recorded the stories, some stories were longer than, I I gathered together all the mm, many radio DJs and things like that. So they were all people who love talking.
Okay.
All of their recorded stories were exactly 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, once they started telling them, they got carried away. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. going like off script or
Exactly, yeah.
yeah.
I think one should get better at just stopping people in a
Yeah, yeah.
nice way. But still, it was fun because we didn't have a time limit, so
Yeah, yeah.
we didn't rush. So the 1 hour show took around 2 hours, but
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's a good amount of time still.
I enjoyed it.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, and then you learn with each show, and you know how to do it differently after. There's no other way to learn, really.
Exactly.
Oh, great. So, are you reaching out to people who do live in Turkey for your next show?
Now, from this, now I have something recorded which I can show them, at least, of
Yeah.
my show, because I had to send them your shows. And I will be able to reach more people in Turkey, I guess,
Yeah.
because the population, Turkish population in Toronto is much limited than it is here. We are 80 million. I don't know
Yeah.
how many I can reach, but I will start. My first show will be about mom stories. Yeah.
Mom?
Mom, yes, I was in
Okay.
Ankara, my hometown, in my mom's house, and I have my childhood friends.
Yeah.
Our main subject was this time only our troubles as over middle age women with our Middle Eastern moms. That's
Yeah.
quite a big problem, actually.
Okay.
So we will just. I asked a few already. I said, you know what, you can say anything about your mom, and nobody will hear. It will be, we will
Yeah.
be small community. You can say anything you like.
Yeah.
I think I
Oh, that's
have
funny.
quite a big number of tellers.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. It's like super freeing for everyone. And they're like, yes, I have
Exactly.
things to say. Yeah.
I will start with that. Maybe then I can continue with, the government, some, all the family.
Next subject. Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's my thing,
That's great.
all the taboos of
Yeah.
my part of the world. So
Turkish life. Yeah.
it can be fun, it can be fun.
Cool. And, I want to do a show in French at some point. It's also work. It's also a lot of preparation. So, which is why, like, I still haven't launched it, but I definitely, because I know you speak French. So I will ask you to tell a story on my show in French, and that will be fun. But I like that we are exploring, like, sort of taking the art form as it sort of originated. Yeah, I think I can say that in North America, like the true life storytelling on stage, and taking it abroad, and bringing it to other cultures, and see like how different it is, and what can come out of that. So that's really cool.
I think that's really cool. Now, yeah, I was trying to watch many shows as I can in Toronto,
Yeah.
but now you can hear people from all over the world, and that's just amazing.
Yeah.
And it's so amazing to see how the stories are all the same all over the world.
Yeah, they connect us. Like, it's this thing where, like, after the pandemic, and because all the shows went online and stuff, like, I feel like there's weirdly that we feel more connected to people who live abroad and have completely different lives, because the truth is our lives right now look very similar because of the lockdown and stuff. And so I don't know, yeah, it's great to feel that connected and that close. That's good for the soul.
Yeah, we have something to do this winter.
Yeah. Well, so thank you for talking to me today. You're going to be telling a story on the theme of dance. It's such a great story. I can't believe, like, you're very talented. So I can't wait for people to hear your story. Tune in this Sunday, November 8th. I will put the link down below. Tell us the name of your show and where people can find it.
Well, actually, it's Misafirr Odasi. I will write it down somewhere
Yeah,
under the.
I'll put the link also. So, and what does it mean?
It means guest room. I mean, we have in my culture, we have this room where the family members are not allowed to go in, and only when the visitors, the guests come, mom opens that door
Okay.
to public. It
Yeah.
was like this when I was a kid. Of course, it's no longer like this.
Okay.
But that room was a sacred place where we couldn't go in, and
Mm.
only the guests could. And that's that room. It means guest room.
Yeah, I love it. It's a great concept. Cool. Thanks for sharing.
I thank you.
Yeah, I'll talk to you on Sunday and wish you luck. I'm sure we'll be in touch. And thank you, thank you. Talk to you soon.
I thank you for all that inspiration that you are to me, and
Oh my
for all
God.
your help in every show. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, Elif.
Bye, Brune.